First things first. Coffee. Coffee, coffee.
Try dark roast and a donut?
Yep.
All right. Here's your card and your dark roast.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. All right, I'm back out in the Hockomock swamp. I'm going back out to South Island, where it said that the British sympathizers hid out there just before the Revolutionary War. My thought is it's known that they took their gold, their jewels, their coins, anything of value, and some of them melted it down, some didn't, but they brought it with them, and if they hid out in the swamp, they probably buried it out there too. There's also an article that I heard about on an 8,000-year-old burial site out there. Is it the burial site I found last time I was out there, last weekend? I don't know. Supposedly, the bones were so old when they dug them up, they disintegrated. So I don't know. I want to keep this very serious, so I have a list of the things that I'll be facing. As far as supernatural things, loss of direction, thunderbirds, missing time, weird noises, animal mutilations, Bigfoot, Pudwudgie, UFOs, giant snakes, ghosts, and quicksand. This is one of the most haunted places in America, supposedly. I don't buy that. I believe portions of what I hear and then go from there. I'm out here to see if anything is real. And hopefully I find something, anything. Hopefully I just find a coin or a button from the British and I can prove that they were out there. Last weekend I proved that they were out there in the 1700s. Can't tell who yet. Anyway, I'm also facing ticks with Lyme disease, all these other things. Cougars, possible, you never know. Northeastern rattlesnakes. We have northeastern rattlesnakes in Massachusetts. Triple E for mosquitoes. Fisher cats, coyotes, and rabid animals. So, gonna go in, probably gonna get soaked. Just going in like last time. So I gotta pack up my gear. Oh, let me show you the crossroads. We're back at the crossroads. And down that trail is where I'm going. Can you see? Can you get it? And then I'm gonna try to find where I went in last time. Go straight through the swamp, muck and mire. Hopefully no quicksand. And get to South Island, and I'm going to try to navigate South Island the best I can. And that's what we're doing. So I might shoot a little video in the middle of the swamp just to show that, you know, it's not the best place to be, and that it's how hard it is to get there. All right. I'm almost to the island. I don't know what was making all that noise, but I'm not far from that spot now, and I'm also not far from South Island, and I'm in an area now where I can see quite a ways because of this dried up riverbed. And this is the direction I heard the noises. Can you hear that? I don't know if that's dogs way off in the distance or if that's coyotes or what that is. All right. All right, I can see the island actually. It's right there. Let's go hit it. I don't bring a gun. I don't carry a gun. That's why I bring a machete. It's the only thing I have to defend myself. People could laugh that I carry a machete when I'm out here, but you're not going to use hand clippers or a chainsaw coming out in the swamp or in the places that I go, number one. So just whacking something with a machete to get it out of your friggin' way is the best and only way. Number two, it's the only defense I have against anything that might come at me, like a rabid animal. I'm just saying, not anything crazy, but all right, let's move on. Okay, I haven't even started metal detecting yet, but there's too much going on out here. There's a lot going on out here, but I wanted to show this again. Is this the site of the 8,000-year-old burials? That, can you see, is a hole, a grave-size hole. I hope it, that might be better. And right in front of this hole is a stone, slightly shaped like a marker. I don't know. It's also directly under a giant beech tree with a mound behind it. Where I dug before, I detected, I didn't, oh no, I found my mouth harp here and some nails. I'm going to detect this spot and move on. Maybe I can find more of this South Island, but look at that grave site. It's a definite grave site. I don't... Heard voices. Okay. Oh, this might be pretty crazy out here today. All right. Wow. So far we have a mason jar lid. It's very old. There's no markings on it. Could be late 1700s. Very well could be. Got a mule shoe. And I'm guessing that's, you know, look at the corrosion. I mean, that's probably 1700s. What is this? What the hell is this? Is it part of a gun where you cock it? Or what is that? I seem to have found some kind of a well or a privy outhouse. How am I going to get this to show up? There we go. It's definitely a well or an outhouse. tons of 1700 nails out here. Further out in South Island, I don't seem to find anything right here other than nails, so it's a shame, because this would be a great place to find something, I would think. All right. Okay. I found something. Bellflower. It's not very old, but I don't know. It's a little, oh, 35 it says on it. I don't know what the hell that's for. And it says 64 on the other side. Anybody know what this is? Oh my God. And it says more on the other side. It says Poe Products 35 and 84, I think. And a giant spike, which is neat. But at least I found a slug, maybe a musket. I don't know. This is pretty small. I don't know if that would have come out of a musket or not, but that's lead, and it hit something hard. All right, that's what we got so far. It's time to recap my adventures of South Island this year. I don't believe I will be going back out there again this year. It would take years to metal detect every inch of the place, and there's so much undergrowth that it's very hard to metal detect and get a swing on the detector. But I did find some interesting things, some things that absolutely date back to the 1700s. I did not prove that the British were out there. I proved that people were out there, though. And I found some interesting things. Let's go have a peek, shall we? I heard some strange noises out there. I think I can safely say that it was probably coyotes. That came out on the video, the sound, if you listen very close. I don't know. But just before the yipping, there was, a four-wheeler went by and stirred something up. Right where I stopped and made that video of the yipping, just before it, I missed it. But there was this really odd branches breaking, like somebody was out there. Something. Maybe it sounded like somebody, because there was a deer and his antlers were hitting dead branches. You know, I can only assume. That's all I can do. Make an ass out of you and me, man. But this is all of what I've got from South Island in the last Saturday and this Saturday. Start over here. We have the tool. The tool is very cool, and that's either late 1800s or 1700s. Absolutely, because of the condition it's in. It's way too corroded to be earlier than that. We have I'm calling it a mouth harp. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It looks like a butter knife. I don't think that that's all that old, 1800s. We have mule shoes, and some are older than others. Like this one here looks really friggin' old. I would dare to guess 1700s. And the spike, flat on one side, yet rounded. I don't know what to make of that necessarily, but it's interesting. And this modern tool, steel, as we saw in the video, it's got words and numbers on it. Maybe that's for a crossbow or for bow hunting. I know nothing about that. Then we have this thing that I didn't show in the video yet. It's lead. I I think it's a decorative piece of some sort. There's a square nail up in the middle of it. So I can only imagine, you know, I have to do some research and figure out what the hell it is. Now this, I don't know what that is. Seeing how there was mules out there, maybe there was a cart, and I was looking at this like it was, you know, a spring for the wheels, but no, that wouldn't make sense. And it's not to cock a rifle. If it is, it's more modern. Yeah, that, I don't know, I'm confused. Then we have the slug. Looks like a rock, but it's lead. Slug, it hit something hard. Then before I left, I found some old door handles, which could have been on the back of a cart. Maybe there was doors in the cart that the mules were pulling, or it was just a door that somebody burned out there in more modern times. I don't know. This mule shoe, phew, that's old. That could be 1600s. That's just ancient. Along with this thing, which looks like it, sort of like a mule shoe. Came out in two pieces. It's so rotted the thing is absolutely falling apart. I'm befuddled. I don't know what to say about that either. Very confusing things that I found. Like these rocks. They lit up my metal detector like they were solid gold. I don't know what the hell. Is it iron ore? Is it copper ore? I don't know. It doesn't look green. It looks reddish. Most likely it's iron ore of some sort. Why it was there? Because I've never found iron ore metal detecting. I've been doing this for a long time now. Ooh, my finger's in there. Woo. Also, this lid to a mason jar. Were there coins buried in a mason jar? They came back for it. I didn't find any glass. Just a lid. I don't know what to say. So that's oh well, you know, I got a bucket full of friggin' nails and shit, and you know, I pulled a lot of old square nails, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is all of what I've got from South Island in the last Saturday and this Saturday. Start over here. We have the tool. The tool is very cool, and that's either late 1800s or 1700s, absolutely, because of the condition it's in.